What up, though? You are now rocking with the Onrea Initiative podcast. I am your host, Brian Onrea, and we're on episode number 25, I believe. I hope I got that right. I think it's episode 25. But thank you all for rocking with me, man. If you enjoy this podcast, please hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the podcast, write comments, give me your feedback, let me know how you liking it. Even if it's something that you dislike, let me know that too, so I can consider that feedback. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for watching. It's been a couple days off, man. I regret that I had to take a few days off because I like giving y'all consistent content, but sometimes, man, you got to take a mental health you got to get yourself right if you're not right, you know what I'm saying? And I had to take a couple days to kind of get myself right. So I don't expect any more breaks in the content action, you know what I'm saying? I have been paying attention to what's going on, and I've been taking my notes, man, so I got some stuff to share today. All in positive vibes, though. You know, so I want to spread positive energy to you, and I want to be an example and an encouragement to everyone chasing a dream that life can hit you, man. Circumstances can happen, things can happen, and you still got to keep pressing forward because, you know, the universe guide gives you dreams and visions, gives you assignments, and you got to complete them no matter what, you know. And oftentimes, when we make a decision to go after our goals, go after our dreams, the universe has a way of testing you, you know, testing you to see if you're really about that life. Are you really committed to the vision? You know, so a lot of people, you know, had these goals and dreams, but they allow life circumstances or they allow certain things that go on in their life to just derail them and take them off track and stop them from completing the task. Well, I want to be an example, man. I want to encourage you all that no matter what's going on, man, keep fighting. Don't give up your dreams. You know, a lot of times you can be going through stuff, but you got to press on. You know, you got to press forward, man. It reminds me of the story. A lot of athletes have told this story about how they had something traumatic going on in their personal life, and they went out and played the game anyway. Kawhi Leonard comes to mind. I think his father was murdered at a car wash, I believe, when he was in high school, and he went out the next day and played an important basketball game. And he pressed through, and he performed well. And after the game was over, he fell into his mother's arms, and he cried, you know, after the game. But we know Kawhi Leonard went on to be this great future Hall of Fame NBA player, you know. But sometimes when you're on a mission, you gotta cry afterwards if you need to cry afterwards. You know, go cry in the car, but don't stop the mission. Keep pressing forward because there's a reward at the end of it. And the biggest reward is the people that you're gonna touch. You know, there's no better reward than to know that you're having a positive impact on somebody's life. So whether you are called to open up a car wash or called to be an actor or a singer or a doctor or called to cut grass, whatever you called to do, God put that on you to bless other people. So the biggest reward you'll get is watching the people that you touch be blessed. So don't give up, man. Keep pressing forward, you know. But there may be times where you got to take a reset like I did. You may take a day or two to kind of reset and get your mind right. Get your grind tight. You know, so get your mind right, get your grind tight, and you can shine bright. I just made that up on the spot. But for real, man, I love each and every one of y'all watching this. Thank you for watching. Please share the podcast. Let people know, you know what I'm saying, that this kid, Brian Onrea, is talking some good talk on the podcast. You feel me? All right, jumping right into it, man. I think on one of the last few episodes, I talked about how Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps were going at it. They were going at it. You know, Shannon Sharpe. Mike Epps made some jokes about Shannon Sharpe, you know, jokes about him being gay and saying that he called him to be on a podcast and all that. Shannon Sharpe got mad, said he lied on him. I never called you to be on a podcast, and I'm gonna see you. Say it to my face. I'm gonna see you. You know, sounded very threatening.
But I'm with you. I'm a nigga.
Say my name again, and I'm gonna release the DMs because you're lying.
Yeah.
You said I reached out to you to come on Club Shay Shay, and you a mofo lie. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see if you about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if you want to say what you've been saying on trying to get some jokes because you got mad because Cat Williams did what he did. Now when I see you, I'm gonna see if you really about that.
Yeah, and when I see you,
no.
I'm gonna
see if him talking all that.
Yeah.
When it one of them tight ass leather pants, trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see if you're about that.
Yeah.
Say my name again.
Then Mike Epps took it to another level and said, you know, you can pull up on me, but I'm gonna shoot you. You know, basically. So
Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you was sitting there with Cat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know, I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, you know, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass.
So it was like, it got ugly real quick. Well, Mike Epps is from Indianapolis, Indiana, and they're hosting the All-Star game this weekend. And the two met up, and they posted, both of them posted on social media the picture of them together, saying they squashed the beef. Shannon Sharpe said Mike Epps apologized for what he did. Shannon apologized for what he said, and they shook hands and they good. And it's good to see, man, because I always say, whenever I cover any kind of beef, whether it's Eminem, Benzino, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Monique, Oprah, anybody, my goal is I would love to see people reconcile. And again, reconciliation don't mean that y'all gotta be best friends, but it does mean that, like, there's no beef, there's no harm wished on each other. And most importantly, a lot of these crazy fans can just pipe down. Because again, when these celebrity beefs happen, all these fans jump and take sides as if they know these people. You don't know these people. You don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill, pipe down, take a step back, you know, and let's bring people together. You know, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Lotto, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki got beef with everybody. But, like, I would love to see all of them just kind of like say, you know what, let's not fight. And we can be an example to the world that we can, you know, hash out our differences, you know, hash them out like adults, you know. So shout out to Shannon Sharpe Mike Epps, man. They posted on social media, everything is all well. So I pray that, I would love to see a Mike Epps interview on Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay. What y'all think? Would you think Mike Epps would be a good interview on Club Shay Shay? I think he would. I think Mike Epps gives a great interview. You know, Mike Epps did a episode of the Get Up Boys Reloaded podcast a while ago, and it was real good. You know, Mike Epps has a good story. He has a good story how he came up about grinding, in and out of jail, hustling. You know, I would love to see him on Club Shay Shay. So we'll figure out. We'll see what happens with that. You know what I'm saying? Jumping into more controversial stuff. Kanye West Vulture's album came out. I talked about it a few episodes ago. I thought it was an okay album. A couple songs are real dope on there, but a real crazy thing happened. You know, a few months ago, the news story came out that Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign did an album together, and they were looking for a distributor. And I'm thinking to myself, distributor, why don't they just put it out themselves? But apparently, you know, when you put music on like Apple Music, Spotify, all these places, apparently you gotta go through a distributor, even at that level, which is weird. I'm thinking Kanye could just call Apple, say, hey, I got an album, here go the files, put it out. Right? So why do you gotta go through a distributor? I know when I put my music, when I put Onrea's music out, I gotta go through a distributor, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you which one I use, but there's several of them out there. Like, anybody can put music on streaming services. It's super easy. All you gotta do is sign up with one of these distributors, upload it, and boom, you're good to go. But apparently, like, they couldn't find a distributor, so they ended up going with a distributor called Fuga, F-U-G-A. They're owned by Downtown Music Holdings. And here's what happened. You know, the reason why Kanye West was having a problem getting it distributed was because of all his anti-Semitic comments, you know, and, you know, everybody canceled him. Well, apparently he went through Fuga, but then yesterday on February 15th, Fuga put out a statement saying that they did not want to be associated with Kanye West, and they were in the process of getting his album removed from all services. And allegedly, the album was actually removed from Apple Music. Now, Apple Music is the second largest streaming service behind Spotify. I don't use Apple Music, so I don't know, but apparently it was taken off of there. And they said that they declined to work with Kanye West, but a long-standing Fuga client had managed to upload the album anyway. So that's just really weird. Like he went through like a subsidiary of Fuga, I don't know. But Apple Music took it off. But later on, Label Engine, again, all these places I've never heard of, but Label Engine is another distributor. They decided to put it out. So they went with Label Engine. They're owned by Creative Music Group. So now it's back on streaming services. It's just weird though how like somebody like Kanye still had to go through a middleman to get his music out. Which leads me to my ultimate conclusion. I think people like Kanye, Taylor Swift, maybe Eminem, I don't know, but these artists that are really, really big, why not just go directly? Why not just say, hey, everybody, you can stream my album through this app. Get this app, you know what I'm saying? App costs $10 a month or whatever it is, or $10 a one-time fee, and you can stream my album. I'm gonna make my own app and put my music out. Now, he tried to do that with a stem player. He had the stem player came out with that didn't work out so well, but Kanye can put his album out on his own. He can say, go to my website, buy the physical download, buy the download, the digital download, buy the physical copy, and stream it for X amount of dollars. Take your masters. Like, I'm waiting for the artist to say, you know what, give me all my masters, go to this website, for $5 a month, you can stream my whole catalog forever. I'm waiting for an artist to do that. Justin Bieber, like one of these big artists, like, why do they need the big machine? You know what I'm saying? You got the fans, So it just baffles me why like these big artists don't go direct to consumer and just keep all the money. It's called vertical integration. All my college students that study marketing and business, why don't he vertically integrate and just be his own distributor? And just say, you know what, I'm not going through Apple or Spotify. I'm gonna go through KanyeWest.com or the Kanye app or the Yeezy app, whatever. Weird, I don't know. But anyway, man, shout out to Kanye West, man, and we'll keep you posted. I love entrepreneurial stuff. I love music business stuff. I love the business side behind things. It's really fascinating to me. But anyway, man, to some more somber news, man. The Kansas City Chiefs, they won a Super Bowl. Their third Super Bowl in like 5 years. They had a big victory parade, but there was a shooting at the parade where like 22 people got shot. And one person died, man. Rest in peace to Elizabeth Lisa Lopez Galvin. You know what I'm saying? She lost her life. I don't even know what to say. I have no words, man. Going out the house to do anything is like a tricky thing, man, these days. Just leaving the house, man, is like real tricky because you never know. You never know, like, who's out there and who just start shooting, going to the movies, all this stuff, man, going to games, going to public gatherings. You gotta just be real careful, watch your surround, and just be prayerful because it's a blessing to make it home, man. Rest in peace to that lady. Prayers go out to her family, man. It's just real sad, man. I saw Taylor Swift donated $100,000 to her GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta like do better as a society, man. And I know that the whole gun control debate is out there. And let me just give my official stance on it since I've never gave it. I believe that we should have the right to own guns as a society, but I think there needs to be a very strict process before you can get a gun. I don't think you should be able to go into a store and just buy a gun. I think there needs to be a background check. There needs to be a process. You gotta wait, you gotta apply for it and then wait like 2 weeks or whatever to get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that like you should not be able to go and just buy a gun. Just easy. I think that you should be able to have to go through a process. Now, of course, it won't alleviate people killing each other. It won't, because everybody who like has a rap sheet had their first one, right? So just because a person never did nothing before crazy, don't mean they can't do nothing in the future crazy. So that won't eliminate it, but it'll alleviate a lot of stuff, though. It'll alleviate a lot of stuff. I do think that a lot of lives could be saved if we made people just wait a while before they got a gun, and we checking your background first. And we are going to be, and when I say we, I mean as a country, we should discriminate on who's allowed to get a gun. Because if you are found to be a bad person, you shouldn't have a gun. And there should be a process for that. So that's my stance. And I don't really like politicians a lot, but I'll support a politician who is all about making sure that guns are not illegal, but just difficult to get. That's just my view on it. So rest in peace to that lady, man. Speaking of Super Bowl, I went on record saying that I think Usher might have the best Super Bowl performance ever. A lot of folks was talking about Prince's Super Bowl halftime show when he singing Purple Rain and it was raining. That was crazy. Or how Michael Jackson was like, go YouTube Michael Jackson's Super Bowl halftime show. This dude was teleporting. He would be at the top of the arena, then he'll disappear and he'll appear somewhere else. Like, I don't know how they did that, but yeah, Michael Jackson's was crazy. And then he stood there. When he performed, he stood there for like 2 minutes and let everybody scream. To me, that was okay, but to me, I'm still more impressed with Usher skating. That's still tops it for me, man. Him skating and singing, that's so hard to do. And if you fall, it's ruined. You feel me? He didn't fall, man. So I still think Usher might be the best. I don't want to say the best just yet. I'm still pondering it, but I think Usher might be the best, man. But speaking of the whole thing, it was widely reported that Justin Bieber was asked to perform, but he declined. And Usher pretty much confirmed it on the Breakfast Club.
Work out with Justin Bieber.
You know what? They did work out with Justin. I honored and recognized that my brother, I think that it might have been the fact that he was just, wanting to tell a different story right now. And I understand that. But we did have a brief conversation and, we're going to do something else in the future. But there's no love lost or anything like that. Yeah. I think that it's a lot of pressure for the Super Bowl, obviously, for me to put together a show. So I reached out to everybody. Justin wasn't the only person that I actually spoke to about doing the Super Bowl. But the moment was maybe for later. He's going to play the Super Bowl. I'll go ahead and give you that in the future. I profess that over his life and over his time because he has a career that deserves it. But it just didn't happen.
As you know, Usher signed Justin Bieber to his first record contract. So Justin Bieber was Usher's artist initially. Usher brought him to the world. So Usher kind of discovered Bieber. So to me, it's kind of weird though, man. If you Justin Bieber and if the guy that discovered you asks you to do something, you should just do it, Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I think it's kind of ungrateful by Justin Bieber. I think that like if the person that brought you into the game, the person that changed your life asks you to perform, just perform, bro. I understand you might have anxiety, but get it together. I'm sure Usher didn't ask him last minute. I'm sure Usher asked him a while ago. I hope he didn't ask him last minute, but if he asked you with enough time to prepare, bro, just do it, man. I think that's kind of like, I don't know if I like that, man. But anyway, shout out to Usher. I think he might have the best halftime show, man. Speaking of music, man, last thing, man. Stally, the rapper Stally put out a new track called Scared Money today. And he has Kevin Durant rapping on it. And Kevin Durant is actually rapping pretty good.
Hey, yo, look, rest in peace to Barbara Davis. We hit another layer. When she speak to me, it's like she's saying prayers. I feel like Randy Moss when he was on the Raiders. Man, they love the haters. This woman so fine, I give her cash payments. Baby, I'm just so glued to the basics. I wanted more room, so I copped the crib sitting adjacent. In this whole world, I'm Freddie Jason. I'm sitting in the places of great but never complacent. Yeah, baby, I'm a stoner. Yeah, I took that long walk up the hill that made me a loner. And nah, baby, I don't like being humble. I hang with mongrels. Gotta pay attention, there's a God sitting amongst you and you know it. The money that...
And that was my first time hearing Kevin Durant rap, but he had some bars, man. You know, I'm not saying it was the greatest thing ever, but it was pretty dang good, man. And over the years, we've always heard about Kevin Durant having bars and he rapping on this song, rapping on that song, but it never came out. So this is the first time I think the public has heard Kevin Durant rap. It's pretty good, man. You know, it reminds me of when Andre Drummond was the Pistons. Andre Drummond used to rap, you know what I'm saying? And he was pretty decent. And I heard that Kyrie Irving raps. You know, a lot of these rappers, man, be rapping, but you haven't heard of them. I know Miles Bridges raps in the NBA now. Dame Lillard raps, you know what I'm saying? But I remember growing up, Shaq was the only real rapper who was actually rapping for real. But they had a compilation, I forgot what it was called, but they had all these NBA players rapping with like real producers. Like Warren G was a producer. I forgot who else was on there, but like Cedric Ceballos had a song called Flow On with Warren G. I think Jason Kidd had a song. I gotta look that up, man. I gotta look that up. All these rappers, man, that had these rap songs on this album. I forgot what it was called, man, but it was so funny, man. But yeah, man, I want to hear more rappers, athletes rap. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna look into that, man. You know, they say rappers want to be athletes and athletes want to be rappers, man. So shout out to that, man. That's all I got for today for the podcast. This chair be creaking, man. Like, I'm trying to edit it out, but I gotta get a new chair. This chair like creaks whenever I move. But thank you for watching the Onrea Initiative podcast, man. To keep taking initiative in your life, chase your dreams. You can do anything you put your mind to. If you see somebody else do something, then you can do it too. I love y'all. Subscribe, share this podcast, man. Have a great weekend. I'm out.